There's a brand new continuous glucose monitor for users of automated insulin delivery systems, and it's radically different than the Libre or the Dexcom. Eversense 365 is a 1-year sensor that is implanted under the skin, and it was just announced that it will integrate with the upcoming Sequel Twist insulin pump. They've already begun work on integration, and it's expected to come out in the third quarter of this year. I can't tell you how excited I am. You probably have never heard of the Eversense, but if you have, you probably disregarded it for one reason or another. The original Eversense had to be reinserted every 90 days, but now the Eversense 365 lasts a full year. The original Eversense had to be calibrated twice a day, but now it's just once a week. And until now, the Eversense never integrated with an insulin pump, but that's finally changing. The Eversense 365 is finally ready for prime time, and it's coming at a perfect time because some users are looking for alternatives to just Dexcom or Medtronic. What's so huge about Eversense is that unlike every CGM before it, it's a totally different type of sensor. It actually measures glucose using fluorescence or light. And while it still has a transmitter that has to be worn above the skin, because nothing is actually protruding through your skin, it doesn't have to stay attached to you at all times. You can remove it and reapply it whenever you want, and now you don't have to stress and call customer support for 2 hours if it accidentally gets knocked off. And the adhesive it uses is much gentler on the skin since it doesn't have to be engineered to last 15 days. So it's much less likely to cause a skin rash. Since it is a 1-year sensor, you don't have to go through the first day jitters of a new sensor every 10 to 15 days. And you only have to deal with your insurance or pharmacy once a year to get your next sensor. It also is the only sensor that has on-body vibratory alerts, so this thing will actually vibrate on you, and it has virtually no pressure lows. Now, of course, it's not all rainbows and butterflies. The transmitter is a bit bulkier compared to the sleek Libre 3 and G7, and you do have to charge the transmitter for about 15 minutes every 2 to 3 days. The app user interface is also less polished than the Dexcom, and while there is an Apple Watch app, there isn't an Apple Watch widget for your watch face. And just to be clear, I'm not saying that the Eversense is for everyone, but I am so excited that there's finally a totally different type of CGM option now for pump users. And I can't wait to see other pump companies integrate the Eversense 365.